Nobody needs quite that amount of money.
I've got sympathy for everyone. Obviously, it fucks my day, but
For a union or employees to sort of, turn around and corner the business in such a way, and subsequently the public, I think that is not the right way to do it.
If you want to get everyone's attention in that industry, you strike.
What do you think the median salary for a CEO is?
Oh, that can span like quite largely though, right?
100?
Yeah, got to be at least like between 70 to 100k.
250.
Let's say like 120.
150,000.
£2.7 million.
Fuck off.
Wow, okay, right.
Oh, wow. Not even
Insane.
close.
Crikey.
How can you get that far up when the gaps in between of the jobs that lead up to it aren't that many? Like,
Yeah, I was going to say, the jump must be...
yeah, there's not enough
Astronomical.
roles I can see in between for you to get from like 30k to that. That's ridiculous.
Spend a lot of hours. There is a lot of sacrifice there, and obviously like the pay can scale like quite massively. And I guess if you're at the right company as well, then you reap the rewards. So I think fair enough in some cases, but then you say that, but then you've got all these people starving or homeless people. You can really dive into it, but yeah, it's a big gap.
Is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got defeatist in there.
Oh, mate. Yeah. Well. Yeah. What can we do about it? Unless
Well-
we rise up and revolt.
It strikes me as probably not conducive to fairness. It's a very mealy-mouthed way of saying that it's kind of a crap situation.
Yeah.
And yeah, we need to redistribute that a bit and make it a bit fairer for the people on the median salary because I think that's nobody needs quite that amount of money. Or if there is a way of maintaining those salaries while bringing up the people on the median, then fine. But I'm not an economist, but it strikes me as probably a better way of doing it.
I'm sure you've seen there was a railway strike last week, and we're expecting more from BA workers and possibly teachers in the autumn and stuff. What have you made of those strikes? Do you have sympathy with the people striking?
I've got sympathy for everyone. Obviously, it fucks my day, but
It's kind of the point, isn't it?
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Large-scale disruption to make people step up and take notice. Take action. That's the point.
It's fair. Like, it's obviously inconvenient for people, but it's like they have to do what they have to do because there's no other way they're being heard. So like you have to sympathise because if it was you in that position, you'd feel the same. So yeah.
And I've been like apartment hunting this week, and if I, with what I consider a pretty good salary, can barely afford a decent housing, like what happens to the people that actually make kind of this economy move? So like, where do those people live?
I think inflation is not something necessarily a business would be able to plan for, to prepare for. It hits every single business, and when it hits, necessarily not every single business would be able to afford an inflation increase to the salaries. It would take time, and pretty much as an economy, we all take the brunt of it. For a union or employees to sort of turn around and corner the business in such a way, and subsequently the public, I think that is not the right way to do it, because ultimately we're in it as an economy rather than as just like individual businesses, etc. It does make sense ultimately for individuals, for them to be hit with the inflation, with the cost of food rises, cost of transport rises, everything. It's going to be difficult one way or the other.
I think the only way nowadays to get main attention, if you want to get everyone's attention in that industry, you strike, and it's inconvenient, but all their lives are inconvenient. So if it takes a couple of days out of our lives, just to I have to get a bus today, can't get a train, so be it.
I saw Mick Lynch's media appearances and thought he was very inspiring, and it was nice to have some kind of straight talking and kind of robust chat in the public consciousness around this stuff at the moment, because I feel like in the past few years it's been quite kind of diffuse, like how people are responding to it. Everyone's got their individual problems.
Everyone understands each other and everyone understands what's going on. It's like you have the support basically that even though there may be people in the public that are like, this is inconvenient, why are you striking, why are you doing this, it's affecting us than it is other people, at least you have people that are supporting you and pushing you to continue doing what you're doing, and letting you know that makes a difference.
There should be banding. It should be clear. People should know when they're getting pay rises, if they're mandated or not. Like, they should know when they're having reviews. Things should always be in line with inflation or higher if the business can sustain it.
And this kind of sense of like we're all genuinely kind of having this collective moment. It's not just about rail workers, it's about lots of people. And I thought that they were really good with their messaging around that and going like, it's not about playing people off against each other. It's about coming together and saying, look, let's try and get a fair deal. So yeah, struck me as good stuff.
I don't think any individual can go on for 4 or 5 years without a pay increase, given that there's going to be inflation. Naturally, as your life progresses, you're going to have kids, or you're going to move to a new house, an extra bedroom. There's going to be costs one way or the other.
Are you part of a union?
No,
No.
no,
Would you join one?
no.
Why not?
I think the way that it's portrayed, managed, perceived, and developed in the UK, it's very, very negative. And for that reason, I do not wish to be part of a union. I think as a whole, the concept, the definition of a union makes sense.
Yeah.
But the way that it's been approached for many, many years, since sort of the 80s, etc., post-Thatcher period, it's just left a really negative sticker onto the whole thing. I don't wish to be part of that, just for that main reason. Otherwise, I understand the concept. I understand that people need to come together to be able to get what they want. Otherwise, as individuals, we're always going to be difficult.